Hey, it's Peter Searcy here with Community and Council Realty, and I'm with my friend, Chef Dave Woolley. So Dave moved into town. I helped him find a house here in Atlanta, and he is a fantastic chef. So I thought, in celebration of Super Bowl coming up, what's better for Super Bowl than dips? So
right, who doesn't like dips?
Exactly. And football. This guy's a football fan too.
Absolutely.
So he was the man I thought I'd call on because you don't want me cooking. So Chef Dave Woolley's going to show us how to make a couple different dips for Super Bowl Sunday. Enjoy.
Thanks. Okay, so we just got a couple simple things here. It's kind of inspired by a little bit of the sports world and a little bit of just like kind of tailgating and something that's super easy and simple to do. We have some ingredients we just got at a local grocery store, nothing fancy. Here we are, and let's get cooking. The first dish that we're gonna make today is actually using this roasted corn. You can simply take a cob of corn and slice off the kernels and put it in a pan and kind of brown it up that way. And so we're gonna use that today. Sometimes I usually put poblanos in this, but I couldn't find a poblano today, so I actually decided just to go ahead and roast a jalapeno. I roasted it just like this. I just roasted it right on the burner of my stove. That's what I did here, and now I'm just kind of gonna cut it up into a couple little pieces so that I can just add it right to that roasted corn. We have all the ingredients that you would normally have on a ear of freshly roasted corn, and to do it this way, actually the Mexicans would call this esquite. So you know what we have to have in there? We have to have limes in there, so I'm gonna squeeze a few fresh limes in there. I like to use about 2 to 3 limes. That would give it a different flavor as well. Some mayo. Okay. Some cotija cheese. I'm gonna put a couple tablespoons of that in there. And I got some chili lime seasoning. Also, you could use tahine, T-A-J-I-N, tahine. This is actually Trader Joe's version of tahine called chili lime seasoning blend. I'll just put a little bit of that in there. I'm just gonna put a pinch of salt in here as well. I'm gonna put a little bit of fresh cilantro in there. So I just have the leaves cleaned. So I'll put all that in there. Just it. This is it. Just mixing it up. All right, so I've been letting this sit for a little bit, so I'm gonna taste it. Make sure it doesn't need anything. I mean, you gotta taste your food. You gotta make sure that it has enough seasoning in it. It's been sitting for about 30-40 minutes now, and it looks great. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it into my serving bowl here. I mentioned we'll put a little bit more of that cotija cheese on top as a garnish. And we're gonna put some more of that chili lime seasoning or tahine, and that gives it a really nice pretty red hue. And then I'm gonna scatter a couple of cilantro leaves on top too. So it gives a nice pop of color, and then also adds a great flavor to it as well. And then what we like to do is, I kind of like to buy blue and yellow corn chips. Scoops would work really good too. And I'm just so simply put the corn chips on the plate like so. And then now I got a great dip here that's kind of unique, kind of fun, and everybody will love it. And who doesn't love corn? That's about as American as apple pie right there.
Oh man, that looks really good.
Thanks.
So, Dave, how have you found Atlanta living here?
Atlanta's really cool. It's interesting because, you know, you think of Atlanta from afar and you don't really understand like how big it really is here.
It's a big city.
Yeah, it's a really, really big city. And you know, we've been here for almost 2 years. And honestly, there's just still a lot to discover. And that's kind of cool about this place, is that there's a lot to discover.
I know 2020 has been hard on restaurants in general, but have you found the restaurant scene here to be on par with the rest of the United States?
Yeah, this is a great restaurant town, really good food town. The Beaufort Highway just never disappoints. It's
yeah,
so full of really cool things, and Yeah, it's really great that way.
Awesome. So you've got another dip. This one looks fantastic. I can't wait to try that one. So you've got another dip that you think would be great and would be a showstopper at any party.
Yeah, so the next dip that we're gonna do is a baked dip. So
Okay.
it's cream cheese and artichokes and New Mexican green chilies. Fantastic.
Well, get to it, man. Don't let me stand in the way.
All right. Now we have a bunch of ingredients here in front of me, and we're gonna basically mix them in a bowl and we're gonna bake them off. But what we have is we have some cream cheese, we have some pretty nice grilled artichokes, some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of garlic salt, and then this here is from a New Mexican green chili. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my artichokes to this and my cream cheese and my mayo and all of my Parmesan. And I have the ingredients here for you too as well. That's about a cup of Parmesan cheese, about a teaspoon of this garlic powder, a third of a cup of green chilies. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take all these ingredients right here and just try to mix them up the best I can. It's really best if the cream cheese is room temperature. All right, so now I'm just gonna use this baking dish. We're actually gonna put this artichoke dip right inside of here. All the goodness out of there. We'll spread it out. And then we're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, let's put it in. All right, so the magic of television. We got this. Again, it's pretty simple. It looks great. This is a showstopper. Everybody loves this. I really love to eat this. You can see how nice and kind of gooey it gets. I really love the flavor of blue corn with that, and there's a little bit of artichokes in there. And be careful because it's also like hot lava when it comes out of the oven, so you can really burn yourself. And I'm gonna check right now if I'm burning myself on camera. Pretty close to.
Well, Chef Dave, thank you very much for showing us all these fantastic Super Bowl dips. Welcome to Atlanta again. And thank you to Kai and Lenora Herbst for having us in their kitchen. And thank you to Community and Council for having me on the team. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.